histogram, frequency polygon, ogive. Still remember that? And then you have the lower quartile, upper quartile, interquartile range. Okay, how you're going to estimate all this value. And then, of course, don't forget about the 5 measurements for group data, which is a mode, median, okay, mean, variance, and standard deviations. Okay, and also for the second question, we'll be talking about ungrouped data, which means the number given will be very small, less than 30. Okay, so no frequency table for the second question, but it will test you on the 5 measurement again. Okay, so what are the 5 measurements? Mode, median, mean, variance, and standard deviation. Always these are very important. So before you start any question, you have to analyze whether this data itself is from the sample or population. Okay, so whether it's from the sample survey or population survey, because when you analyze wrongly, so your formula will be wrong. The symbol used will be wrong. Like for example, population means we use mu. Okay, sample mean we use x bar. Okay, population variance we use sigma square. Okay, and then sample variance we use s square. Okay, and then the formula for population variance and sample variance, there's a difference, especially fully divided by the n minus 1 and n. Still remember this part? Okay, so it will cause you to get the wrong result if you analyze wrongly for sample or population. Okay, so for standard deviation will be the square root of variance. Okay, so please relook again. So if later I have time, I will go through with you for this revision. Prepare you for next week phase test. Okay, so today most of the time we will use it for revisions, but before that I will revise those whatever we did it last week. Okay, especially the normal distributions, because it will be covered in your phase test as well. Okay, the last question, the third question, we're talking about probability. Okay, probability will be talking about basic probability and conditional probability. Okay, basic probability, like for example, PA equal to NA over NS. Okay, PB equal to MB over NS. So every time you must start with the list out all the possible outcome for the sample space, and then you need to calculate how many NS. Okay, and then each of the sub question, event A. What is the event A? For example, getting a number which is odd. Okay, and then you list out what is the element in the set A's and NA. Okay, then followed by the PA equal to NA over NS. So you calculate the result. So this is talking about the basic probability. Then we go for the conditional probability, which is a PA slash B, PB slash A. So what is the difference between PA slash B? So PA slash B means that B must occur first. B must be first, then A. Okay, so the idea is the keywords of given that, if. Okay, if or given that. Okay, find the probability of getting odd number. Okay, if this is the prime number. If this is a prime number. So after the keywords of if, then whatever the event will be happen first. If it is the prime number, so the prime number will happen first. Okay, so then you calculate what is the odd numbers. Okay, so this is how you decide for which event will occur first. Okay, like the formula PA slash B, the main is you need to find PA intercept B over PB. Okay, because A slash B, so divide by PB. B slash A divide by PA. Okay, so I hope that you still remember this. So if we have time, then we will go through this. Okay, So otherwise, you can go through your tutorial question that I gave you. Okay, so you must revise before you go for this phase test. I hope that you can score for a phase test because eventually final exam will be very tough, because when you're moving to almost to the last chapter, many things is a bit challenge, because the formula itself is more complicated. So for statistics itself, it will cover a lot of formula. Okay, but of course I will guide you some way for you to remember the formula first before you always refer to the formula sheet. You're unable to have enough time to handle all the exam questions. So you must be well prepared on the formula by yourself. Okay, it's not only looking on the reference sheet or formula sheet. Okay, so I hope that you're clear on this. So far, if you're clear, you just raise up your hand. Okay, very good. Put down your hand. Okay, question 3 is talking about probability. So basically you have basic probability and also conditional probability. And one more thing is the question dealing with tree diagram. Okay, you still remember you have 5 days, 3 red and 2 yellow, for example. Okay, and then you are going to draw for 2 times. First time after you draw, and whether you return or not return. So this type of question again will be tested. Okay, so you are using the tree diagram to help you. So at first you must plot the tree diagram. Okay, so for the first time, okay, what is the probability for getting for example, red and then yellow, for example. Okay, then second time, what is the red or yellow probability? Okay, so these are the questions. Okay, now moving to question number 4, will be tested you on the probability distribution. So as what I mentioned to you, probability distribution is study on the pattern of data from the forecasting, because probability is talking about forecasting. Remember, from now onwards, it's all talking about the forecasting data. So we are going to study all this pattern of data. Okay, so of course when we study the data itself, you must always remember, okay, whether the data is very big, until we unable to do population, we have to do sample. So this is after your phase test, you will study about this. Okay, now we are still in the population. Okay, no matter how big is the data, but we will scope it. Okay, we will do everything for the forecasting. After that, wow, like for example, world population, wow, very big Then how we going to do all this forecast to all the people in the world? Oh, it's too big already. It's so-called infinite population. So we are unable to do every forecasting. So we were sampling it. Okay. So the next chapter we're talking about sampling. Okay, but it's still under probability distribution. Okay, so we call it sampling distribution. Okay, so we study the pattern of the data from the sample survey, but it's through the forecasting. Okay, so this is the following chapter after your phase test. Okay, will not be covered in your phase test. Okay, okay, now moving question 4 again. Okay, the first chapter will not the first chapter. The first question will be talking about the binomial probability. Okay, so you still remember Px equal to R, NCR, PR, Qn minus R. So instantly your brain must be having this formula. Okay, when you see the question, you must be very clear with tag. This question is NPQ, having the NPQ. And the N itself is not more than 50. Okay, if more than 50, then you have to use the Poisson distributions. Okay, we still remember, right? When your N is more than 50, your P is less than 10% or 0.1. So you will use Poisson to solve this question. Okay, but we only restrict to less than 50. So we still handle with using binomial distribution, using the formula. Okay, then we moving to the Poisson. Okay, so you will be having Poisson distribution. Okay, Poisson distribution is something like binomial is still discrete. Okay, because number of accident. Okay, it cannot be like at least 3.5 accident. It won't be having this number. It will tell you at least 3 accident on the road. Okay, so number of accident, number of typing error. But Poisson distribution must be having the space interval of time interval. Then the keywords itself is a mean. Okay, mean of the typing error per 5 pages is 3 error, for example. Okay, so you will see the space interval, 5 pages, and then how many error. And then look at the sub question. Is it they will ask about per 5 pages or per 1 pages or 2 pages or 3 pages? So you need to calculate different lambda. Okay, so if different lambda, you cannot use x, okay, only. You can use x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, okay, for example. So you will be tested on the Poisson distribution, confirm, okay. So whatever question that I put to you will be tested again in your case test, okay. Still remember for binomial, right? There is one question on your notes. I put 6 star. Okay. So for that question, maybe you have to revise again. Okay. So I hope that you clear with this. So when I mention 6 star, so there's a possibility will come out again in your face test or maybe your final exam. Okay. So this is a hint that I go through with you. And then the last part will be the normal distribution. So for normal distributions, we are unable to use the formula because it's too complex. So we need to convert from the normal distribution to the standard normal distribution. What is so-called standard normal distribution? Z. Z. From X to the Z. So remember, X itself is a normal distribution. We convert it to the Z, standard normal distribution, through the money exchange center, for example. Okay, through this Z score, okay, Z equal to X minus mu over sigma. So at first you have to study, oh, this question is talking about X, so this is a normal. So of course we want to refer, we have to convert it to the Z itself. Okay, so through the Z-score formula, this question B is also in the X, so we need to convert it. Then question C is also X, but I don't know what is the value of the C. But right now they tell me the probability. Okay, so I need to find what is my C. Okay, so remember the question will always do like this. From the X, convert to the Z, and then try to well match to the table and read the probability. Sometimes the question will tell you the probability, then you have to search for the Z score, then stop. Or maybe you have to proceed to get your X, like for example, this question. Okay, so probability, get the Z score convert to the X back using the Z equal to X minus mu over sigma. So these are the questions will be tested in your quiz test. So far clear on the 4 questions? Raise up your hand. Okay, very good. Put down your hand. Anything you want to ask me please prepare your graph paper. Okay, whether the question is out for the graph or not out, because it's the requirements, okay, for your syllabus. Graph paper must be there. Okay, and then the second thing, calculator. Third thing, your enough of the stationery, your pen. Okay, pencil will be used only for the graph. The rest time, no pencil. Okay, only pen, blue or black pen. Okay, no other colors. Clear? Okay, if you clear, raise up your hand. Yeah, very good. Okay, so paper from yourself lah. Use the foolscap paper. Okay, the rectangle. Not from your diary books. Then you just tears it, Okay, and then the rectangle become other shape already. So I don't want that one, because this is a proper exam. You know one thing. You will be having the outsider, so-called external examiner, will come and visit us. Okay. Every semester, if required by the dean of PC, okay, they will be coming and do the checking on your coursework, your script. Okay, so your impression is very important. Okay, so of course the external examiner will going to meet maybe all of you, or maybe selected from the group, from this group lah, for example, the class representative. Okay, then when they check your script, okay, they roughly know who are you already, Okay, or they see how come the paper itself not rectangle one. Of course you will take note already. Or this student, what is the name? Okay, so they will be having the impression to you already very bad. Okay, so no quality enough. So don't give people this kind of impression. Okay, so I hope that you take care of your reputation as well. Is it clear? So hopefully you take notes. Okay, so especially your paper, your writing. Okay, because you are now degree year 2 student. Okay, degree year 2 student, they must be having certain of maturity. They know how to analyze whether this is the right thing to do, okay, or what. Okay, so lecturers is like a bit giving a lot of freedom to you already. Of course, we must remind you what you should do, what you shouldn't. Okay, so especially during this CMCO. Okay, so because we will do the face test online, so you must be place your camera properly before the day of your face test or your exam. Tested properly first. I hope that this semester don't tell me, sir, I use my phone, then my phone no battery. I don't want to hear this, I hope that you clear on this, because I already tell you, your face test will be running for 3 hours. If even you use a handphone, you must make sure that there's a sufficient of your power, the battery itself on your phone. Okay, so for the 3 hours entirely, you must preview. Okay, because I will record down. Once you have a power failure, of course, I will contact you already. Okay, so if I am unable to contact you, sorry. Okay, so your script will not be accepted already. So please take notes of this. Okay, if you want to away from your desk, so you must actually let me know. You can put the message on the chat board. Sir, I want to go to toilet. Is it allowed or not? How long? I will ask you. Okay? Okay? So because sometimes, right, you can go for very long. And I don't know what happened to you. Okay? So if let's say you want to snap or you want to convert to the PDF file, sir, I have done already. Now I'm going to proceed for snap the photo. And I'm going to convert, or maybe I will go away from this desk. I go to the scanner. So you must inform properly. Okay, I hope that you clear with this. Okay, so this is roughly the procedures during your exam. Okay, so if you clear, give me again, raise up your hand.
Oh wait, sir, you said the camera must be on, right? Just the laptop webcam will do it.
Yeah, of course, I will see, okay, this your situation when you're answering your script,
Oh, okay.
okay? So like what you handle previously lah during your exam time, huh? So you must place properly, okay? Where you should put your camera, let your invigilator, your lecturer can see you, okay? Otherwise, it's not accepted, huh? Because you are doing your exam at home, okay? So far, we were conducted as a closed book for the face test. Okay, so remember you will be having one face test, one assignment, and one final exam lah. So the final exam might be in using online, still online, I think so. Okay, because it's happened in January, so we have to depend on whether it's still in CMCO or not. Okay. So, but right now for face test confirm we will running online. Okay, by next week, 1st December.
All right, because during our previous semester, that one was an open book exam, so we just turn on our webcam, just see our face, and yeah. So for this face test, we need to have the phone, must be able to show the whole body of us.
Not necessary. If let's say
Right.
you can show the whole body and your hand to write on the table, the paper, everything is what we want. Okay. So because if you practice last semester, because you are from diploma, right? But for
Yeah.
others exam, the registry side they will check everything. You ask Norman and see. So Norman having this experience before. Okay. So he know that you must place the camera properly so that you can see. Like me, right now it's not accepted because I can see only my body, I cannot see my handwriting on the board. So this is not accepted. So you must place your camera properly. Like for example, I have a books, I have writing something. Okay? You get what I mean here? Okay?
Okay. Just want to confirm because the way we did it last time is different compared to face test and
Yes.
our exam. So just want to
Mm,
clarify. Yeah. All right. Thank you,
yes.
sir.
Okay. So very good when you ask the question right now, because we still have 1 week time for preparations. Not even only this group, for others group also the same thing. So like because some student I don't know lah, they use phone or what. Okay, some of them they might be using laptop, even though TV, but they have a camera. Okay, so they can actually capture everything. So I hope that you really clear on this lah. Okay, so for entire of 3 hours, please let your family member know. Oh, today I have exam. Okay, don't make noise lah. Otherwise, it will disturb me. Okay, so you have to communicate with them first. Okay, so anything you want to ask me,
Anything other
Calvin?
than that should be okay lah.
Should be okay, So Calvin, okay? Hi, Calvin. Calvin, are you there? Oh, Calvin is not in the place.
Sir,
Yes, Darren. Yeah.
the question, right, we capture by one question, then put inside Word, which will convert to PDF, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you must make sure that it's clear lah, the picture that you taken. That's
Okay.
why I don't know how to mark your script, Okay, so you have to see based on your so-called common sense, you look at your script itself. Is it very clear for people to do the marking? Okay. So as long as it must be in a one PDF file lah. Okay. Some of people they will use the software to convert it to one PDF file from the JPEG, from the picture file, JPEG, for example, to the PDF file. Some of them they might be using online. Some of them they might be putting all the photo in the one words file and then convert into the they use a print to PDF. Some of them they're using the camera. They can actually capture everything in one PDF file. Depend on the situation lah. Okay, so you can slowly learn, okay, from yourself. For example, you download few photo and then you name it page 1, page 2, page 3. So you actually try to convert all this JPEG file and then put it in one PDF file. So you must learn all this technique first before the exam days, because you will use it for assignment as well. Is it clear, Darren?
Yeah, very clear.
Okay, so I hope that my message is clear for everyone. So no issue during your exam day. So make sure that you are using phone. You must be make sure that the battery is enough for 3 hours. No excuse. Oh, my battery no more already. No more already. I also don't know already. Okay, because what I mentioned right now, I will take notes. Okay. Clear?
Sir.
Yes, Norman,
This time also like do 30 minutes for question then submit.
No. Everything I will put to you. You can do whatever question first.
Okay, thank you.
It's like last time you handle your final exam time, right? You will receive the whole copy for the final exam.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can I use my laptop calculator?
Wow, laptop calculator.
It's my calculator. I don't know fly where already. Way.
Oh my God. You must be having one calculator, in your life. You don't have calculator.
Yeah, but I don't know where it go already. I tried finding it but then I couldn't find it.
Okay. When you ask me this question, actually to me, I'm the mathematics and statistics lecturer. If I straight enough, I don't allow you to do that. You must be having your calculator. But I don't want to force you, but you find your way to handle it as long as during your exam time, right? I can see you. Okay, but if let's say it's an offline final exam, you must be having your your calculator as well, no? Otherwise, the invigilator don't allow you to go with a laptop. You get what I mean here?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. For CMCO, Chow, I think it's okay, but at least you must let me see your face. That is one thing, and how you write on your desk. That is one thing. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. What else? Kelvin, are you there?
Yeah, I hear.
Because just now I call you.
No, just now my microphone cannot unmute.
Oh, okay.
So I go type the thing in the comment there.
Oh, okay. I not yet reading your message in the chat board. Okay, so far you clear on the how we do the face test later next week? Yes, Kelvin?
No.
Yeah? Is it clear for you to do the face test next week?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Ian, How about you, Ian? Okay, clear,
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ken Liang?
Clear, no problem.
Ken Liang, your voice is a bit soft.
Yeah, I mean clear, no problem.
Yeah, okay. So stay healthy there, because I look at Sabah is a bit worry point.
So now I'm in Selangor, so no worry.
Selangor.
Yeah,
Really?
last time I told you earlier.
Yeah, you told me before you already
Yeah.
come back again.
Yeah.
Okay, but in your hostel.
Oh yeah, hostel, yeah.
Okay. But Selangor also worry point also. So take care.
Yeah.
Junyi, okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, there, Darren, just now you on your mic already. Okay, Norman also asked the question already. Okay, now we go back to our question right now. So how we do this question? Okay, maybe I will refresh first. Okay, this question. Okay, we do together for the question. Okay, now A, B, X. I don't know what is X about, because this question is very general. They never tell you what is an X. But you know that the X is not the number of report. The question is not talking about discrete variable anymore. For normal distribution is continuous, like for example, temperature, the height, okay, the weight, okay, because it will accept those decimal number. Okay, so for normal distribution is under continuous random variable. Okay, so px less than or equal to 75. Okay, but I don't know what is x about, doesn't matter. So what we are going to calculate is we try to convert it to the z itself. Using the z-score formula, x minus mu over sigma. Sigma here is a variant. This is a variant. Variant is 25. So sigma will be 5. So divide by 5. So you have to careful. Okay, so you convert it to 2 decimal places. Okay, for example, 75 minus 80 divided by 5. So you will be having negative 1.00. Okay, so what you should do is make a normal distribution diagram. Okay, not the normal distribution diagram, it's a standard normal, because you have converted into the Z already. Okay, so the middle will be 0, and then here will be negative 1. Okay, and then you know that this is a less than. Okay, so your task is actually to refract this. To the positive area. Okay, so you know that you are going to convert to Pz more than or equal to 1.00. After that, okay, so according to our standard normal distribution table, so we are unable to read more than 1.0. What we can do is we take the right side, the whole right side, so which is a Pz more than 0, the probability is 0.5. So minus the middle. Still remember what's the value? 0 to 1.
Zero point 0.3413.
0.3413. Final answer will be $0.1587. Okay, so this is how you handle the question A and B. Okay, now I give you few minutes to handle question B right now. So once you're ready for the answer, raise up your hand for question B. Okay, done, ready for B. No one raised up hand. Okay, you check the step, huh? Okay, I got no space to draw it, so therefore I draw it here. Okay, so for this -2, you can refract it to +2, 0 to 2, and then plus 0 to 0.4. We prefer to write 0.40. Okay, 0.2 2.0 is 0.477. 4772 plus 0.4, 0.1554. The rest, how about you? Darren, Junyi, Ian, Ku, Ken Liang. What happened to 6 of you? Don't know how to answer?
I did until the p bracket -2 less than or equals to z less than or equals to 0.4. The blue one, that one I haven't do.
Huh?
The one that you write in blue, that one I haven't do.
Haven't do ah?
No, I mean like I reflect the blue color part I haven't do just now.
Okay. Ken Liang eh? So far only Ku you haven't done. The rest done already.
But I finished already after. Yeah. No, I mean I'm telling you where I stopped just now lah.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, now we proceed to the last question C. Okay, last question C, you must be very careful. As what I mentioned here is, previously is, I guide you last week is P, for example, PZ less than a K is a 0.5. But now the difference is, the question is started from X. For example, the idea is the same, no different. What they need is, after you get the Z, you convert it back to the X. Okay, you can start from the Z first, no problem. Okay, now I show you how you start off with this. Okay, let's say we refresh a little bit first. Okay, let's say I have a px less than k, and then you have 0.15. So not x, it's a z, sorry. Okay, now you know that this actually the diagram how it look like. Is it this diagram or which diagram? I will let you to select. Okay, according to the question that I mentioned here, z less than a k, the probability is 0.15. 0.15 is actually less than 0.5. That means it will less than half of the curve. Okay, you will less than half of the curve already. So if you select B, that means this is wrong. Okay, now you know that the first thing is the z itself must be lesser than a k. Lesser, that means it must be go to the left. Which diagram it will be go to the left? This and this. But because of the probability itself is less than 0.5, so B is wrong, but A is accepted. So you must know about this. Okay, so if Z less than a K, that means it will go to the left hand side. The diagram will move to the left hand side. You see, from this value I go to the left hand side, so that's why I shade this area. So I hope that you clear in this. Okay, now let's say look at this diagram again. If I say pz more than a k is 0.15, the two things that you have to analyze is this. The first thing is this. Second thing is this. For those still don't know, can you please take notes? Okay, write down step number 1. This one is go to right side. You shade your graph will be on your right side. Go to right side. And then this one is 0.15 is still less than half curve. So therefore, your graph, how it look like? Go to right side, it must be go to right side, and then less than half of the curve. So you only have this possibility. Less than half, but it's moving to the right. So this is only the possibility. I hope you clear with this. Okay? So please take notes. See the question, you must be knowing how to interpret really. Okay? So I will guide you 2 steps. First step is check the inequality. Second step, check the probability value. Okay? Okay, next. Okay, now you see, this is the third example. The question is PZ more than a K, but more than 0.5. So that's, if let's say you have this, then how? Your graph will be actually go to the right side again, but for this will be more than half curve. So how your graph look like? It will be like this. Go to right side, but it's more than half. Okay, so by only having these two steps, you know how the diagram look like. Okay, now I hope that you clear with this. Okay, before you start answering this, especially the question C. Okay, always student confused, don't know how to write the diagram because they don't know these two steps. They not even go for refreshing, revise it. Okay, so that's why they don't know. Okay, so if you got do any revision, confirm you see these two trends, you know how to present the graph. So if you know how to present the graph, confirm you know how to answer the question. Okay, now go back to our question. So far, is it clear with you? Especially how do you decide the graph look like? Darren, is it okay for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, good. Okay, now you see, this question is an X, right? But right now I don't want to say X. I put Z. Is it okay? No problem. Because you see, you have amount of money. In Malaysia, also this amount of money. You convert to Singapore, also this amount of money, but it's lesser, right? In Singapore dollar, confirm is lesser, but you still having, you hold this amount of money is still the same. It's never having less. Okay, like for example, let's say you have 3 ringgit. This 3 ringgit, this amount of money, you go to Singapore, become $1, right? So this $1, you go back to Malaysia, it's still 3 ringgit. So it's still the same. It's just that different position. Okay, but you hold the same amount of money. Okay, so whether it's a Z or X, it's just a different country. Okay, it's just a different country, but you still having the same asset. You same asset. You go to US, is different currency. You go to Australia, is different currency again. Okay, but you hold the same asset. This is what I mean. So whether you use the X or you are using the K, is the same. Okay, so of course we have to handle the question by using the Z, because why? You can read the table. You can read the table. Remember this idea. Okay, so Z less than a K. So you see here, I try to follow the same pattern. For example, X is Malaysia. Now this is a Singapore. Same same lah. Amount of money just now I explained to you already. Okay, so this is a Singapore. One is Malaysia. Okay, now how we handle this? Because why? You having the same probability. That means you're having the same asset. Okay, so that means what you do. Now, 2 steps I show you just now. this is go to the left or go to the right? Ken Liang? Hi, Ken Liang.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's going to left, right?
Ah, you see the arrowhead is go to the
Left.
left. Okay, now 0.15 is half of the curve or more than the curve? Less than the half of the curve or more than half of the curve? Ken Liang?
Less than.
Okay, less than half of the curve. Okay, how's your graph look like? How your graph look like? Of course, it's like this. This one is go to the left and then less than half of the curve. Can we search the table if according to this diagram? Tak boleh, cannot. So what we do is we refract. Am I right? So let's say this is a K. Then I told you already last week. You refract over here, it will become negative K. K and negative K is like male and female day and night time Okay, you get what I mean here. Negative K doesn't mean it's negative value. K doesn't mean positive value. It's just a different idea of the symbols. Okay, but we notice that K itself is a negative. Negative K will be a positive. Okay, doesn't matter. Like for example, you see the traffic light. Right now in Malaysia, the green color is go, red is stop, yellow prepare to stop. Right. So if now I change it, red go, green stop, can? No problem. What's the problem? No problem. But if let's say different country use different things, okay? For example, when we study in Malaysia license, we get green is go, red stop. But we go to other country, they use reverse the story. Then maybe we die there. You get what I mean here? So that's why they do the standardization. That is only the thing. Okay? So K and negative K actually is like the traffic colors, the green and the red color. Now that's only the things. Okay? So you twist the things. Okay? Now, for the K itself, when you refract over here is negative K. So this is 0.15. When you refract here, also 0.15. But what we interested is here, the blue one. Because the blue one is exactly on our table. So how many probability, Ku? The blue area? Hello,
Is it 0.35?
Very soft your voice.
0.35.
Yes. Why 0.35? How you get it?
Because half of the graph is 0.5, so 0.5 minus 0.15, then you get 0.35.
Yes, you are right. Okay, so that means you know that PZ at first the question is like this, right? So then we actually move it to this. Also 0.15, right? We will refract it, and then we put into the middle. 0.35. So we change the question. Now after this, right, you can search for your K already. What is the K that making the probability is 0.35? Looking on your table in the middle, check the Z score. What is the Z score? Okay, cool. You check the z-score. Which is nearest to 0.35?
0.1368.
No. You
Oh,
don't read the so-called the z-score. You read the middle. This is a probability.
Oh,
This one is a probability, not z-score. Don't misunderstood. Okay. So 0.35 is a probability value. Now you do the reverse task, terbalik. Okay. So search the table itself in the middle, right, is a probability value, which is closest to 0.35.
1.03.
You see, 1.03 and 1.04. Which one is nearest?
Oh, is 1.04 because that one is 35, 3508.
Which one is nearer to 0.35?
1.04.
Okay, but 1.03 maybe also quite near, right? Two of them also very near, right? So you may ask a question, sir, this is not exactly 0.35 leh. This is 0.3508 leh. But compared to this, we will take 1.04. If both also having the same gap, then we divide by 2.
Oh,
You get what I mean here?
okay.
So we take 1.04 because this is more closest to the value 0.35. So others, is it okay for you? Other student, is it okay for you? Raise up your hand if you're okay. Okay, so you get your z-score. Okay, finally you get your z-score. See, this is what 1.04 is a z-score. Okay, you get what I mean here? Now, this is x, right? What is c? Is also x. C is just an x value. You see, z and k. K is a z-score. Okay, x is a x value. So what is the connection between the c and the k here? So you know that x, the formula for the z-score is z equal to x minus mu over sigma. Am I right? Okay, now you plug in z-score is a k. The x value is a c. So far I modified the formula. Can you understand? Is it clear for you? Norman, is it okay for you? X is a C. Okay, K is a Z. Okay. Then after that, what you do? Very simple. So I rub this. Z equal to x minus mu over sigma. So K equal to x C minus mu over sigma. Okay. So what is your K value here? 1.04. Then you get your C lah. What is your mu just now? 85, right? And then your sigma will be 5. Is it okay? So you calculate what is your C right now. So it's a 1.04 times 5. And then plus the 85. So you get 90.2. Sorry, hold on. I forgot this. This should be negative K, sorry. Okay, because you refract is a negative K. Sorry. This is a negative K. So this is a negative K. Hold on. Okay, now your K should be negative 1.04. Okay, because we refract over the positive area is a negative K. So you change negative K. So this should be negative 1.04. Okay, so this will be negative 1.04. So suppose you get 79.8. Okay, is it clear for you? Okay, Norman, Charles, Darren, is it clear for you?
Wait, sir, I thought the mu is 80.
Oh, not 85.
No, it,
Or
I thought
80.
it's 80.
Okay, 80, then you plug in 80. The rest is just follow only. Huh? 74.8. Okay, done? Raise up your hand if you're done. Is it very hard for you to understand this? Okay, now I'm going to give you one more question. Okay, always a normal distribution, the harder part is the question C lah. Okay, because most of students, they don't know or they just leave it at a blank. So, but sayang lah, actually, if you know the techniques, it's not difficult. Okay, because I already show you the techniques already. How to read the diagram. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next question. You copy the question. Okay, looking on this question, okay, it will be different from what you seen from the last question. Okay, now, but you look at this question is still normal distribution. Why? The question give you a mean and the variance. If you have mean and variance or standard deviation, confirm this is normal distribution. Okay, so the question is talking about the mass of the can of food. Okay, so maybe what you need is our study is talking about what? Our study is talking about the mass of a can of food. And the X itself is having the normal distribution with the mean is 800 and then the variance is 225. So far, have you finished copy the question? Raise up your hand. Finish copying the question. Norman, done already? Norman, done already? You copying the question?
Haven't.
Huh?
Haven't yet. Just the last word.
Okay. Okay, this question you need to find a probability, and then this detailer, right, receive 15,000 of the food. Okay, now they want you to search how many of the can itself is actually having more than 850 grams. Okay, so the first question, of course, you have to find the probability first. Probability means that it will tell you how many percent of these are having more than 850. Then you multiply with the 15,000, then you know how many can. Okay, so it will tell you how many percent of the can itself is more than 850 grams. Okay, so after that, you need to do one more task. You multiply this probability and the 15,000, then you will know how many can. Okay, because this question is not only asking you find the probability. This question is finding the number of can. So I tell you number of can there is for testing is 15,000. So after you find the probability, quickly multiply with 15,000, then you will know how many can already. Okay, now more than 850, so at first you find the probability, convert to the Z. Square root of 225, what is that? So it's a 15. Okay, so you calculate this. $3.33, right? Okay, so you get this. Okay, now I no need to draw the diagram. I think you already know what to do already. Okay, I don't have a space to draw the diagram, so you may draw yourself. Okay, so you will take 0.5 minus 3.33. Zero 0.4996. Okay, so you get the probability will be 0.004. Okay, we're not yet ending here. So you need to mention number of cans whose mass are more than 850 gram will be, you take the 15,000 multiply with 0.0004. So actually it's a 6 can. So far, I don't know whether you understand or not. Okay, so I try my best to really explain to you. So you need to find how many percent first. That means it's 0.0004 is the 0.04%. Okay, so you time with the 15,000. So time with the 15,000, then you will know how many cans that actually more than 850 gram. Okay, so if you have done, raise up your hand. Norman, not yet, right?
Yes, not yet.
Okay, the rest maybe you can proceed to the question B. It's the same idea. Put down your hand first. Norman, have you done the question A? Hi, Norman, have you done? Norman, are you there, Norman?
Yes, I done it.
Okay. Okay, for your information, during your exam time, face test time, you need to draw the diagram. Okay, over here I already skipped the diagram already. So you need to draw the diagram before you proceed on the calculation. This type of question, please take note, 6-star question. So please put the 6-star question. Maybe next week you were having the surprise to see this type of question out in your exam. Okay, so I already discussed the A and B already. The question C is what we're talking just now, Z less than the K, the probability. Okay, so it's the same type. You will be having these two type of question for normal distribution. Okay. For those have done and you can understand, please raise up your hand. So you need to know because we need to multiply with 15,000 to test how many can. Now the question is you need to find the probability first, and then you have to multiply with the total of cans tested. Okay, and then to find the number of cans is actually who's matched between 780 gram and 820 gram. Okay, so this type of question, please put as a 6 star, and you confirm you must go for this revision. Okay, so my question will be like this. Okay, Norman done already, Norman? Okay, so we go for the last question. The retailer will return all the canned food to the manufacturers if 10%, you see, 10% of the cans, okay, 10% of the canned food weight less than the A gram determines the value of A. Okay, so actually this question is the mass of the food can less than a A. See, less than a A gram. So it's 10%. 0.1. Okay, so the question is something like what I discussed to you already. This A is actually X value. So can you please quickly change to a Z score having the same probability. Now instead of A, now you change to the K. You can get back the value. Okay, so X change to the Z, A change to the K. Get the K first. After you get the K, confirm you can get your A using the Z score. Okay, so far I need to check with Norman. Have you done, Norman? Raise up your hand if you have done. Have you done the question B, Norman? Okay. So I give you some time to do this question since I already explained to you. Okay, so you need to draw the diagram itself. Now, just now I already test Ken Liang, okay, on the two techniques. The first thing is go to the left because it's less than. And then this is a less than half of the curve. So that means it's here. Okay, so you're using the K. Okay, so this is a K. Then you have to refract to the negative K. So please get your negative K first. So if this is a 0.1, of course the middle will be 0.4. Cool, is it clear with this explanation?
Yeah, it's unclear.
Okay, so it's similar to the question that we have discussed just now. You start with the Z score first. Okay. Ignore the X less than the A first. Okay, Kelvin, can I check with you? What is a negative? What is a Z score with probability 0.4? Yes, Kelvin.
Yeah.
What is the number?
1.29.
28 or 29? Which one is closest?
Where?
One is 0.3997, right? It's very close.
1.29.
1.28 or 1.29?
1.28.
Or you want to divide by 2? I think not necessary, because which one is much more clear? Which one is much more closest?
1.28.
1.28, right? So we get 1.28. It's not in the middle. Okay, so your K will be negative 1.28. Okay, after you get your K, so confirm you need to go back to your A. Okay, using the same formula, Z equal to X minus mu over sigma. So your Z score will be the K. Your X will be the A. Ian, so far okay? Ian? Is it okay for you so far? Yeah, I cannot hear you.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's okay so far.
Okay, so K is negative 1.28. A, I don't know. But what is your mu? It's a 800. Your sigma will be 15. So calculate your A. For those you have done this question, raise up your hand. Okay, now I'm going to send you the past phase test. Okay, short while. Okay, and then we will do the revision later. Okay, so now we were going to have a break until 11:05. Okay, for those you haven't done, you can continue. For those you have done, you can go for break until 11:05. Once you have done, especially Norman and Ken Liang, have you done?
still haven't.
Yes, Ken Liang cannot hear you.
Yeah, I mean, I need a few more minutes. Almost done.
Huh?
Almost done. I mean, almost.
Cannot hear you. Cannot hear you because I think your sound is. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Again.
mean, almost done. Almost.
Almost. Okay. After two of you done already, raise up your hand. Okay, Norman done already. Okay, Ken Liang done. Okay, so you can go for break. See you by 11:05. Okay. Now the time is 11:04. Still have 1 more minute. Okay, now it's time 11:05. Raise up your hand if you are here. Ian, are you here? Okay, you leave only Ian. Huh? Okay, now I will send you the past phase test question. Later on, you can go through by yourself. But because we only have 55 minutes to go through the whole set, is if I ask you to do by yourself, confirm it's not enough time. Okay, so maybe I will go through the answer with you. So if you want, you can snap the answer. Okay, so but please understand the concept first. Okay, now we look at the question number 1. Okay.
Sir, we see a black screen only.
Yes.
I see a black screen only.
Black screen. I
Yeah.
wait. I already. Okay, now.
It's still the same.
Yeah, still black screen.
Can.
Other student, can you see the screen?
Cannot. Also is a
Yeah,
black
also
screen.
black screen.
No, cannot see.
Okay. Just wait. Black screen. Okay. Cool. Can you see the whiteboard right now?
Yeah, I can see the whiteboard.
Okay. Now I share the question. Okay. See whether you guys can. Okay. How about now?
Still the same, so black.
How come? So funny. Let me leave the group first and then I join back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, how about now? Cool.
Still the same, so black.
What?
Why not you try sharing the screen? Now can see.
Now can see.
Yeah, now can see.
Okay. Okay, now you see the histogram on this represent the number of books read by the student per year in an international school. Now you can see, right? The first question asks you to find the median of the books read by each student. Okay, then the second question, the mean number of books read by each student. Okay, now I want you to maybe think in 1 or 2 minutes to see how you're going to start off with this question. I'm not asking you to calculate, okay? I'm asking you to think how you're going to start off with the question, okay? What you should do for the first step in order to get the median and mean. Okay, Junyi, how are you going to start off with this question, Junyi? What you should do for the first step? Explain to me. Your voice not clear.
Apa no?
Yes, Junyi.
List a table.
Huh?
List a table.
What table?
List a table.
Cannot hear you very clear.
Mean list a frequency table.
Yes, frequency table. Yes, what are the information that you need? You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
I already show you the answer. Can you read for me?
Class boundary, frequency, cumulative frequency, midpoint,
Okay.
and frequency midpoint.
Huh?
Class boundary, frequency, cumulative frequency, and median.
It's not median. It's the
midpoint. Sorry.
Midpoint. And then Junyi?
Frequency midpoint.
Midpoint, and then what else?
Frequency midpoint.
Frequency midpoint, what does it mean? It's a frequency multiplied with the midpoint, right?
Yeah.
Is it okay, Junyi?
Yes.
Okay, now, why we need the midpoint and frequency times midpoint? Junyi, forgot already.
Yeah, not really remember.
Okay, never mind. I asked some others to explain this. Ken Liang, your turn. Ken Liang?
Yes.
Okay, now, just now I asked Junyi, we want to calculate median and mean. So we need a frequency table.
Yeah.
And then he explained to me, I need to have a class boundary, frequency, cumulative frequency, midpoint, and frequency times midpoint. Then the next question I asked, why I need midpoint and frequency times midpoint? Why?
Midpoint.
Cannot answer. Huh? Ken Liang? Totally forgotten. No revision at all. Okay, never mind, Ken Liang. Wow. This is so-called jialat. Oh. You know what is jialat? Oh my God. Okay, Darren?
Yes.
Okay, why we need midpoint and frequency times midpoint?
To calculate the mean.
Huh?
To calculate the mean.
To calculate the mean, right? Okay, can you tell me what is the mean? Sample mean or population mean?
I see. Population.
Huh?
Population, because it's number of books read by the students per year.
Okay. Okay, so this is a question for population. But actually you see, the frequency here, total frequency, how many? Is 410. So
Yeah.
is it very big for the student size? Quite
No.
big also, right? You see, the histogram is a figure Q1A, show the numbers of books read by the student per year in an international student. That means it represent the AVI of the student. Okay, so for this international school got 410 students. Okay, so this is a population data. Okay, and then you see, find the median number of books read by the student. So you need to have a class boundary, you need to have a frequency, you need to have a cumulative frequency. Okay, for the first question, okay, you can snap. If you must be fast, I will go by one. Okay. Okay, then you have to determine the median class. Where is the median class, Darren? How to get the median class?
The one with the highest frequency.
No, that one is a mode class.
Oh, sorry. Median
Median class. How you get the median class already? So you will do what?
Total frequency divided by 2.
Total frequency divided by 2. The rest, listen, I understand that you have forgotten already, So I don't hope that you fail for my face test, okay? So because this is a super easy chapter, okay? So you want to find median, take the sigma f over 2. So you get 205, okay? And then quickly go for the CF. Look at, do we have 205? We don't have, but we have a closest one, 260. Okay, we have a 260. So what is the class? Class will be from 30 to 39. Because why? Class boundary is the 29.5 to 39.5. So you notice that, okay, you need to know this class is 30 to 39. This is 40 to 49. So you need to convert back, okay? So actually the class itself is 30 to 39 will be the median class. Okay? Now you have to list down the median lower boundary, then CFP. Okay, lower boundary is 29.5. Cumulative frequency prior to the median class will be 180. This is a CFP. Okay, so frequency for the median class, which is 80. So you can circle all this, and then you have to find the class width. Either you put C or CW is the same. So let's say you use CW, then you use the CW. If you use C, it's okay. So you take the 39.5 minus 29.5, then you get 10. So all this value you plug into the formula. What is the median formula? L plus sigma f over 2 minus CFP divided by f, then multiply with the class width. Okay, I hope that you still remember this. Okay, after you calculate, you got this 32.625. And if you want to calculate mean, so you know that the formula is a mu equal to sigma fm over sigma f. Okay, So after you get the frequency times midpoint, then you have a total 13945 and divided by 410. Okay, so you get this value 34.012. Okay, so far if you clear, raise up your hand. Okay, put down your hand. Okay, the next question, you see, for question 1A, they never give you the frequency table. By right, I expect you to convert the histogram, go back to the frequency table, and then get the median, mean, and then the question may be variance, standard deviation, or others measurement. Okay, depend on the question. Okay, so this is how you handle. Sometimes I give you frequency table. Sometimes I just give you histogram, or maybe I give you a frequency polygon. You need to convert it back to the frequency table. Then you just calculate all the measurement. I hope that you're clear with this. Okay, now the question B also the same. The question B, you know that frequency polygon, all this value, what is that? Is the midpoint. Okay, it's a midpoint. These are the midpoint. So from the midpoint, you need to know how to get back the so-called the class or the class boundary. Okay, so I hope that you know how to get back this. Okay, now the first question is the total number of members in this graph, in this club. So you find the frequency, you find the total 4 plus 12 plus 36 plus 24. Okay, so total of F how many? Total is 4 plus 16 plus 36 plus 24. So you calculate. So how many? The percentage of the member who are above 23 years old. Okay, so you only have this. This is 20 years old. More than 23, so you only have 24 of them from the total times 100%. Okay, and then if you want to calculate the standard deviation, of course, you need the so-called frequency table. Okay, so now we look at the question itself. So from the midpoint, you try to estimate what is the class boundary. Okay, so you see the midpoint on the frequency polygon itself, you have this data. Okay, you have this data, then you have to estimate what is the class of class boundary. So this is a 3 to 7, 8 to 12. Okay, for example, so 13 to 17, okay, 18 to 22, 23 to 27, 28 to 32. Okay, so whether you put in the class or class boundary will help you to understand all the things already. Okay, so we have calculated the sigma f is 80. Okay, and then why we need the fm and fm square? Because we want to calculate the standard deviation. Okay, again, go back to the question whether this is a so-called population or sample. Okay, so the question never says show the sample age. Okay, so the question never specifically tell you what's the number, so we treat this as a population. Okay, so they never say show the sample age of the member of a club. They never have this statement. Okay, so we treat this as a population. So like just now, sigma F is 80. Okay, for the member who more than 23 years old is only 24 people. Over the 80 times 100 is 30%. Okay, and then the standard deviation is, after you calculate sigma FM square, okay, so you can plug in, and then after that you have the 1006 plug in against, okay, because your formula will be variance is a sigma FM square minus sigma FM square divided by sigma F divided by sigma F. So this is a variant. So you can do one shot if you want. Okay, so you don't need to put the sigma square. You can put directly the square root of whole thing. So you can get 4.183. So far, is it clear? Raise up your hand if you clear. Okay, so I hope that you already snap. Huh? Okay, you see I already preview the answer, then you can snap already. Okay. Okay, question C. Question C is a so-called ungrouped data. Actually, this is not the frequency table. Frequency table, it must be having the class. This is only the number. So this is not the frequency table. Okay, so you know that how you read this? 10 repeat by 4 times. 11 by 5 times. Okay, and so on. So I don't want to write every number. So now I want to tell you is, if I give you the mode is 13. So you know that, okay, mode must be 13. Then what is your minimum value of the X? So so far you see, right, 15, the frequency is the highest. So if you want to more than this number, so the minimum must be X must be equal to 10. Am I right? So if you want to find mode will be 13, so your value for the frequency must be at least 10. Started from 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and so on. But the minimum will be 10. Okay, now median will be 13. So this question we also discussed previously. Okay, so you know that median must be 13, so it must be middle of the data set. So you see, from the right side itself is you have a 17 data. Over here you have how many data? You have only 15 data. So you must make it as a balance. So how many X you should have? Okay, so we look at the answer itself. So just now mode is the 13. So your minimum must be 10. Okay, now, so let's say you want to get median is 13. So you must be having 18 data. So because why? You want to make it as an odd number. Okay, you want to make it as an odd set of the number. For example, you have 3, 5, 7, 10, 11. So last time when you learn, you know that you cut. So by the odd set, you will leave only in the middle. So you see, So 15 plus the x equal to 18. So 18 and 17 is 35, the data itself. So you know that you want to have median is 13. So the total of the left hand side must be 18 data. So the x must be 3. Okay, so the x must be 3. Yeah? So far, is it clear? If it's clear, raise up your hand. Ian, Norman, and Calvin, is it clear for you?
So can you repeat again?
Which one?
See that one.
Median.
Yeah, you find
Who is talking right now?
me, Kelvin.
Calvin, what you want me to explain?
The last one you say how to find back the.
Huh? Cannot hear you.
How to find the C question
Median
C2.
is it? How to find the x for median is it?
Yeah.
Okay, now you see. Okay. You look at this. Okay, you see, the thing is, from the left hand side, you already 17 data. Here, how many? Only 15. So 15 must plus the x. So that it must be in the middle. So how to make the data will be in the middle? So only that you make the total data become the odd number. So how to make it as an odd number? Like for example, how to balance? You know the balancing, right? Just now I show you the number already, right? You have a 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, how many total of the data? 5. 5 data, right? So why 5? Odd number, ma? So you have two data in front, which is on your left. Then 2 data at the back, which is also 2, right? On your right, right? So you can cut. You can cut 2 and 2. So you balance at 1. So in the middle will be 7. So this is what I use. So for example, you want to cut 17. So here must be cut 17. You get what I mean here?
Yeah.
So 17 and 17 you cut already. So you must left only one data in the middle. So total data how many? 35 lah.
35.
Yeah. So all data must be 35. So 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus x how many? 18, no? Because the back is 17 data, ma. Am I right?
Yeah.
So 15 plus x will be 18. So x will be 3 data. Is it okay?
Okay.
Can, right?
But it say the. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
now let's say Kelvin, if my x is 2, what happened? What is my median right now?
Divided by 2 also 34.
Okay, now okay, I changed the question. Let's say my x is 2. What is my median value right now?
Also 13, right?
Huh? How come it's 13? You see, this is 15 plus 2 is 17. Here is 17. So you will take the last digit for 13 and 14. You will add up, divide by 2.
Yeah.
So it's 13.5, the median. Not 13. It's 13.5 when your x is 2. You get what I mean here?
Yeah.
Can
Can.
Okay, now you think again, I let you think more. Okay. Now, if let's say my x is 4, you will still get 13, but what is the number that exactly you will get 13? You see, when your x is the 13, right? X is 4, right? So how many data already? 19.
17, 15 plus 4.
19. Here is 17,
17,
right?
30,
36 already.
36.
So middle must be
Middle
13 and
must
13,
be,
right?
yeah.
Because you see, you will cut 17 and you cut 17 here. So balance you got 13 and 13. So 13 plus 13 divided by 2. You get 13. So when x is 4, you also get median is 13. You get what I mean here? But what is the number that will actually cost you to get the median is 13? The first one, when x is 3. When x is 3, you create the odd number. You get what I mean here?
Yeah.
Can, right?
Yeah, can.
The rest clear? Raise up your hand if you clear. Okay, put down your hand. Okay, next, we go to question 2. I think it's okay. Question 2 let you to fill up the frequency table. Confirm is out in the exam already. This question cannot run away. Complete the frequency table. Just now one is from the histogram of frequency polygon. You need to convert back to the frequency table and then calculate whether it's a standard deviation or mean, median. So I think it's okay. So right now, this question 100% out in the exam. This type of question, not this question. Okay. So you will be having the ask you to fill up the class boundary and then calculate all this value lah. Okay. So maybe I will change. Okay. Others measurements. And then after that, for this question, you want to draw the graph, right? So they will tell you 2 cm to 5 km per hour for horizontal axis, which is the x-axis. So 2 cm to 10 cars, vertical axis, okay, which is a y-axis. So I think this is not a big problem because you need to find the interquartile range. So you need to take the upper quartile minus the lower quartiles. So draw the ogive. Okay, so ogive you need the upper boundary and the CF itself. Okay, upper boundary is the x-axis. CF will be y-axis. Okay, follow the instruction and draw the things. Okay, so once you fill up this, okay, so you can snap if you want. So I think this one I will skip already because just now I already explained to you. Just that you need to highlight whether this is a sample data or population data. Okay, sample data or population data. So it's only on the 56 car on the road. In our world, not only 56 car lah. So you need to know this is a sample data. Okay, so this is a sample data. So to calculate mode using the formula lah. Okay, first you need to list out all this because you have the marks allocation there. Okay, then after that proceed to calculate the standard deviation and median. So this one just now I already talked about this. So now I'm no longer talk about this again. Okay, now for the ogive, so you will start from the upper boundary, start from the 0, 55.3 until 85.5. So look at the question. Okay, so you will start from the 50.5 until 85.5. So you calculate the CF, each of the CF. Okay. I think for this question, it's not difficult. You can actually score full marks for this if you do properly. Make sure that you draw the smooth curve. Okay, and then show me what is the upper quartile and lower quartile. Okay, I hope that you clear with this. So to get the Q1 and Q3, then the IQR is a Q3 minus a Q1. Okay, done? Is it clear? Raise up your hand. Norman, is it okay for you? So for question 2 is only talking about graph. Okay, you only have 3 types of graph. So study each of these. Like for example, frequency polygon, we need the midpoint and frequency. Histogram, we need the cross boundary and frequency. Ogive, we need the upper boundary and also the cumulative frequency. Okay, so from the ogive itself, we can calculate the IQR, interquartile range, by taking upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So this one I leave to you. Okay, question 3 is talking about the probability. Now you see here, table 3 show the type of the magazine read by a group of the student. Magazine A, magazine B, magazine C, D. Total how many? 6 plus Y minus 2 plus 9 plus 10. This is the NS, number of the sample space. Okay, now the probability student who prefer to read magazine type B. So type B, how many? Y minus 2, right? So your PB is 3/8. Okay, so how are you going to link all this? Y minus 2/6 plus Y minus 2 plus 9 plus 10 equal to 3/8, and then you find your Y. This is how you find your value of Y. Okay, so you look at the answer. So magazine type B, probability is 3/8. So NB over NS. So you solve the equation, then you get Y is 17. If you clear, raise up your hand.
Why is it NB? I thought it's NA over NS.
B is a
Unknown.
number of student,
okay.
people who read magazine type B.
Oh, it's just the unknown. Okay.
Okay, you see, student who prefer to read magazine type B. Okay, so it's like NB over NS. NB is itself is a Y minus 2. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so the probability itself is 3/8. How about Norman? Is it clear for you? Okay, now put down your hand. Okay, according to a statistic survey in the school from Ampang area, 20% of the students fail mathematics. 13.5% of the students fail science. 12% of students fail both. Aha, this question, right, is on your lecture notes. If a student fails science, if a student fails science already, find the probability that he will fail mathematics. This is a question that on your lecture notes, fail English and fail maths. This is a conditional probability. Okay, M/E/E/M. You still remember this, right? So right now is a student fail science and student fail maths. Okay, let's say we look at this. Failing maths, 20%, 0.2. Failing science, 13.5%, 0.135. Fail for both. Okay, now, why is a M/S? Because why? Because the question asks you if first, if a student fails science, find the probability. So actually is M/S. Okay, so you get 0.889. Is it clear? Clear? Raise up your hand. Ian, how about you?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, next. Okay, question C is talking about the binomial. This question is also on your notes itself. I already discussed before. Question C, question D. Okay, question 3, you can see, right? The probability that a marriage will end in divorce within 10 years is 0.3. So this will be your P 0.3 because why? You see, divorce meaning 10 years of marriage. Okay, so P is 0.3. N is a 16. Okay. I think I have to make a little bit of adjustment because just now when I started the class, I say phase test question 3 is only probability, right? And then the question 4 will be the probability distribution, right? So I will follow back this structure. Sorry. So question 3 will be probability combined with the binomial and Poisson. Then the question 4 all together will be the normal distribution. Okay, so I hope that you clear with the new announcement. So question 3 will be talking about probability and binomial and Poisson. Okay, so you look at this also Poisson, right? Per week, this is per week, so your lambda will be 6. This is lambda also 6. So C and D actually not difficult. So you can snap the answer. And later on you can do the question. Okay, so you can snap the question D as well. Okay, question E. Question E is C. This is 4%, 0.04. And your N is super big enough, more than 50. So this is a binomial question, but we use Poisson to solve it. Okay, so you can refer to the answer. So I just explained the concept for you. So because I think you can quickly pick up for this question. Okay, so you snap the answer for E. Okay, so far, is it clear for everyone? Raise up your hand if you're okay so far. You get the concept. Later on, you need to redo again. So remember, question mixture of the question, which is a binomial, Poisson, binomial to Poisson, and probability question. So I will follow back the structure of this. Okay. For question 3, I will follow back this structure. Okay, then question 4 will be the normal distribution, which is the question that I discussed this morning, just now, right? So I already put the harder question to you already. So the 6-star question, please read again. Okay, now I think question A and B, I will leave to you to go through by yourself. I give you the answer, you snap first. And what we are going to see is only the question C. Okay, you snap the question 4A, part 1 first. Okay, A2. Okay, done. Question B, part 1. Okay, and then the B, part 2. Okay. Anyone missing? If you're missing of snapping the answer, raise up your hand. Okay, everyone's got the answer. Okay, now we go to the last question. What we are going to focus is a normal distribution. Okay, now you look at this. A study showed the credit card balance of the customer. Credit card balance. Okay, when we're talking about money, it will be having the decimal. So credit card balance of the customer is normally distributed as shown is this. Okay. Now you see, over here the middle is your mean. Remember, this is your mean. Because this is an X value. When you change to the Z value, the middle will become 0. Okay, so you know the Z score, right? X minus mu over sigma. So your X is 2870. And then what is your mu to cause the whole thing become 0? So it's the 2870. So therefore, your mu itself is a 2870. Remember this. Okay. Now this question wants you to find the standard deviation. You see, x minus mu over sigma. I want you to find the sigma. Now you see the question itself. Px more than 3770. Okay, your probability will be 15.87, right? So it's 0.1587. Okay. So this is actually, I tell you probability. You tell me the z-score. You tell me the z-score. Okay, now, every one of you, so very simple. Your task is do for me. Okay, now, when your probability is P, for example, Z more than a K, your probability is 0.1587. Okay, tell me what is your K later on. What is your K? Okay. Please think how to start with this. You will actually start 0 Z to K. What is the value? Cool. Cool.
Wait, this one is not the z-score, right? Okay.
I want to find the z-score. Oh. Then 0 to the K, what is the probability right now? You will take 0.5.
Oh, yeah.
Minus
0.1587.
So what is the number?
0.3413.
Okay, now you tell me what is the K value?
Just one, is it?
What's the K value?
Is it 1?
3413.
Yeah, it's 1 only because it's
1. Yeah, your K is 1. Okay, now your z-score is 1. So turn back to the x. X minus mu over sigma is 1. So your x is what? 3770 minus 2870 over sigma. You want to find the standard deviation equal to 1. Okay, tell me what is the sigma? Yes. Cool.
Is 1 multiply 3770 minus 2870, right?
Answer?
Is it
No,
900?
you see, hey, how you do this calculation? Sigma will be 2 over 4, ma.
Oh.
Right. You would cross multiply, ma.
So it's so it's just 900, though. It's the same.
Yeah, it's a 900. So the rest, is it clear for you? Raise up your hand if you're clear. So this is a type of the question that reading from the probability to the z-score. Okay, ask you to find the mu lah, find the standard deviations. All these are talking about the same thing. Okay. Okay, maybe you can snap my answer. But this answer maybe is hey, wait, this is how come?
So I think it's question 4C.
Oh, this is 4A. Haha, sorry. 4C. Okay, I directly I never asked the K already. My K is directly turned to this number already. My K is 3870 minus 2870, 3370 over sigma already. Okay, but just now I guide you the time. Maybe this is a bit easy for you. Okay, so you follow this. This is a structure which is much more easy for you. Okay, so you can follow this. Okay, my one, this one is maybe some of you can understand, so you can snap lah. Okay, so you snap first. You can have a reference. Actually, it's the same thing. Okay, but the ones that I got you here is maybe it's much more easier for you. Okay, so I hope that you have done. Now see here, if 30 customers are chosen at random, find the number of customers who have the credit card. This is a question that we see this morning, right? 15,000. You still remember the can with the weight, right? The mass itself. It's actually the same. So you have to calculate the probability for the credit card balance between this amount first, and then multiply with 30. Okay, so maybe you can snap the answer. So for this question, it's not difficult. Okay, so you find the z-score already, and then after that you draw the diagram. Try to get this value, these two value reading from the table itself until you get this probability, and this probability multiply with 30. So you get roughly 13 customer. Okay, 13 customer. So snap for this answer. Okay, done. If done, raise up your hand. Okay, now go to the last question. This is again reading the probability to the z-score. Okay, so maybe you can snap the answer first. Let me explain to you. Okay, now go back to our question. Now see, if found that 25% of the customer who has a credit card balance less than a Y. So actually is a PX less than a Y, which is a 0.25. Okay, so you want to find a Y. Okay, now you can always change to the z-score. Same thing. You change to the z-score first. Less than a K is a 0.25. Okay, and then you draw the diagram, you know. So this is a K, and then you will refract to negative K. Okay, so that means at first you start with X less than a Y, is a 0.25. And then after that, you change to the z-score. Is 0.25 as well. Okay, then after that, you have a diagram. You know that you are going to refract to the negative k. Also 0.25 because the area is the same. Okay, now you have to find the middle part. Okay, so you will take 0.5 minus 0.25 or still 0.25. Okay, then you find the corresponding 0.25. What is a z-score? Kelvin, you read for me 0.25.
0.
Yes. Huh?
0.67.
6.7 or 6.8?
6.7.
Both also very far. You see, 6.7 and 6.8 is very far. So for this example, I will actually take divided by 2 because it's too far already. Okay, so that's why you see 6.75. I take 6.7 and 6.8 divided by 2. Okay, so I will take both. So my negative k is a 0.675. So my k will be negative 0.675. Okay, after I get my k already, quickly go for z-score formula. Okay, my z-score will be negative 0.675. Then my x will be the y. I need to calculate the y. And then my mean will be 2870. And then my sigma just now is a 900. I have calculated through the part 1. So you calculate this. Okay, so you calculate what is your y. So your 900 multiply with negative 0.675. Then you plus with the 2870. So you get y is a 2262.5.
So I have a question. For the z-score, yes. For the z-score, how do you know what number is too far? Is it like more than 10, then you take 2?
Yeah. It's a bit very far already.
Oh.
Both also quite far. It's not like, for example, you have 0.25, right? And then you see 0.67. You have a 0.2486 and then 0.25 2517, right? Okay, now you see these two number is not actually very close to 25. It's only close only. It's not very close. Okay, so this is 17, right? 0.0017. This is actually 0.0014. You take 0.25 minus 0.25 2486 is actually you still having a very big gap. This is 14, this is 17. Of course, you compare this is nearest, but it's also quite far. So what we're going to take is, we take the 0.67 and 0.68 divided by 2. Unless you can find like 0.25010203, not that far. You get what I mean here? If both sides also very, very far, right? So we will divide it by 2. Is it clear?
Sir, so if it's like 0.2510, is that counted far or near?
2510, right, is still far.
Oh, still far lah. So
Still
only
far.
like around 2505, then maybe counted as.
2505 maybe is still close. Let's say you got the another side is like 2499. If 2499 and compare to 0.2505, we will take 2499.
Okay, I
Okay,
understand.
this is a very close already, so this will be a bit sharp to the answer already. Clear?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so because of both are very far, okay, 2486 and 2517 is a bit far, so we take the average. Okay, the rest clear? Okay, so I think we have done the discussion on the phase test itself. So remember, the question 3 will be the mixture for probability, binomial, Poisson, and maybe binomial to Poisson. Then after that, the question 4 entirely will be the normal distribution. So follow this structure again. Okay, now for your new exam, your exam, right? Question 2 maybe become the question 1 already. Question 1 and 2 maybe I will shift a little bit, but 3 and 4 will remain the same. Okay, but the question 1 and 2 is still over the statistics, whether it's a group data and ungrouped data is still under that scope. Okay, so but question 3 and 4 fix the structure. Okay, so I hope that everyone clear this. Okay, any question to ask? If no, we will stop the class already. Okay, no questions. So I will see you by next week, phase test. So make sure that the day before, okay, adjust your camera first. Maybe you can see from the Zoom itself, you have your Zoom ID, right? So you can see the camera itself can actually place. I can see your writing, okay? The way you write. Okay, so don't tell me the last minute, sir, I don't have camera. So if you don't have camera, what is the consequence? 0, for the phase test 0, because I already tell you right now already. Okay, so don't say that I never announced it. Okay, so please remember, make sure that your camera is working for the days when you are having phase tests. Is it clear? If clear,
So the camera needs to show my body and me writing lah.
Yes.
Do I need to show the paper? No need lah. Just need to show that I'm writing, then can already lah.
Writing the paper.
Oh, okay.
Writing the paper. Yes.
So need to show the paper and my hand lah.
Maybe your camera can put a bit away from you, far a bit from you. Then you can see the whole thing already, including you and the table itself.
Okay.
You get what I mean here? So that's why I need you to give me the full cooperation. Adjust your camera first. You need the where is the position so actually can capture you everything. So I want you to practice because later on maybe our online final exam will be having this structure as well. Okay, if you never go back to your campus, so of course we will use the same thing for the final exam later. Any other question? If no questions, so we will stop here. So graph paper, remember. Okay, bye. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.